To catch you guys up on what's going on, I have restarted a new playthrough in Shadow of War, and I have a horrible, evil nemesis hunting me down. He's called the Humiliator, and you guessed it, I hate him because he refuses to kill Talion. He refuses to even give me a chance to get back up. Instead, he humiliates me and simply walks away. But I've been slowly leveling up, and in the last episode I was able to finally defeat and shame him down, only for the unthinkable to happen. He became a maniac, upping his level and increasing his power from level 69 all the way to level 85. Bear in mind the max level of an orc that I can actually recruit at this point is level 17, so yeah, he's a bit of a problem. I then come across this intel table guarded by 2 orcs. I dispatch them, take a little look at the intel, and I think there's only one thing that I should do with it. Yes, that's right, I'm gonna send a death threat to my nemesis, the Maniac, who has now changed his name for the 2nd time. But right after I come out of this menu, I am ambushed by the Swordmaster.
You're back! Did you forget something the last time I killed you?
I shoot him in the face with an arrow, lead him outside, smash myself into the fireplace, lighting him ablaze, but this only enrages him. I decide that this probably isn't worth it, so I leave. And when I come out of the valley, I spot one of the story missions. And little did I know that my game was about to become a horror. I spot an Olog and a savage orc retreating from the forest. I zoom in on their faces to reveal that they are in utter terror. What the hell did they see in there? I follow their trail deep into the murky forest, where I find some horrible sights, including orcs that have been seemingly taken over and caged by the roots, by the trees. I dominate the mind of this poor unfortunate orc, and I see a sort of found footage flashback of what happens. Something in this forest is hunting down these orcs, terrorizing them. I come out of the vision and put him out of his misery. I take a break from Shadow of War becoming a horror game to go over here and pick up this bowl. The voiceover informs me that it's actually the cereal bowl of the Witch King. It goes on to say that the Witch King is in fact so mean to humans because one of them stole his cereal bowl, leading him to not be able to have his morning Fruit Loops. Honestly, I can see why this game isn't canon. Anyway, back to the horror game, I see that there's just a line of ghouls eerily standing over a small cliff, which is perfect to throw an Orc Captain off. I'll definitely have to come back here whenever the game stops being spooky. I then come across another poor unfortunate soul trapped in the trees. I dominate his mind and he shows me more creepy found footage. I continue to follow the trail and I come across some Caragors, and the creepiest thing about this is that they don't want to attack me. I find the final orc and he eventually leads me to the Great Tree, where I meet the cause of all of this spookiness. It is here where we come face to face with the forest spirit Karnan. I believe it was IGN who said that this is actually an Entwife, but no, it's not. It's a forest spirit. There are similarities, but this is definitely not an Entwife. And I just gotta say, of course it's IGN that gets this wrong. I quickly defeat the forest spirit Caragor before she goes full Gundam on me and spawns a massive mech suit in the shape of a Graug. This entity is pretty terrifying, but I'm able to dodge their forest spirit boulders they're throwing at me, which seems to be made of green fire, despite the fact that this forest spirit wants to protect the forest, so I don't really think this is proper fire. Anyway, while I'm dodging, I'm able to land arrow after arrow into the noggin of this forest spirit, eventually defeating it before she spawns in her ultimate trump card, a Drake. But this actually ends up being even easier than beating the Graug. After this beast falls, she drags me into her little forest lair, where we have a nice one-on-one, and she reveals to me that in fact she was the one that stole the Witch King's legendary cereal bowl. Truly, she is evil. Anyway, she goes on to talk about this orc known as Zog and his necromancy cult. Apparently what he's doing is unnatural and goes against nature, so naturally she doesn't like him. We agreed that we have a common enemy, so decide to work together. With that mission now complete, I level up all the way to level 18. Oh yeah, massive. Bear in mind that my nemesis is level 85 right now. After that, I go to track down my gutless Olog, who used to be known as the Shaman. I really need to build up an army here, and I would love to have this cool, weird necromancy Olog on my side. And there he is, looking as grey and veiny as ever. I get to work weakening him down and taking out some of the grunt bodyguards surrounding him, until we have a very awkward long-range chat.
Oh, typical! I will repay you 1,000 times over for the torment you have caused me. Until this moment, you have not known suffering.
That just felt really, really awkward. Oh, I love that. I love that a random post got in the way of, I guess, the camera zooming in. Oh, that's funny. But then, taking the laughter straight out of my throat, he charges forward, and I get a little bit carried away here, striking him, and then I accidentally finish him off. My god, I didn't even get a chance to hear him out. I'm sorry, Shaman / Gutless. I'm sure you're gonna be fine. That's gonna buff right out, lad. You're gonna be grand, you're gonna be on your feet. I'm gonna turn away, I'm just gonna grab this gem, and then I'm gonna leave, and then you're gonna be back on your feet, okay? I know you're playing dead, but as if sent by God, as soon as this happens, a random slave climbs up and is somehow brave enough to take Talion on, despite the fact that he just basically single-handedly slayed a massive necromancer Olog. Surely this runty slave is going to become something powerful.
The gift you've left me. Your body is a vast library of elixirs and tonics that I will use to fuel the Dark Lord's army.
And God, was I right. Gubu rises up and becomes Gubu the Alchemist, our very first alchemist. He even had the same amazing dialogue that the original Baga had. I knew that this slave coming up and for some reason being brave had to be a sign from the higher up forces. This alchemist was sent to me to serve. He definitely needs to join my army. Let's go and check him out right now. I grab a wild caragor and then head on through the spooky forest. We track the alchemist to this pile of food. Clearly he's been having a feast. Maybe he's been feeding some of the other runts his genetically modified brews and potions and tonics. God knows what kind of elite soldiers he's already created. What's interesting though to think about, if you go off of his initial dialogue, then that means he's used Talion's body to create tonics, and he's most likely given these tonics out at this recent feast. So I can confidently say that these grunts and bodyguards that we're about to meet have probably drank some of this Talion brewed potion.
I'm gonna light the signal.
It seems you do possess some elixir of life, and it seems I will have to open you up again for exploration. For science!
He said the famous line. Look at that. Baga is back. Even though this is Gubu the Alchemist, it's just great to have his voice again and in the form of an alchemist. I have just lit everything on fire. This orc 100% needs to join my army. I weaken him down, hit him with the domination, and there we go. Gubu has joined. We now have an alchemist on my team, ready to bolster my forces.
Yes, we should work together!
After that, I was gonna let the last remaining grunt kill me and become a captain, but as he's about to do it, I get hit by an explosive body. Part of my build means that corpses can just randomly explode, and it actually ends up hindering me way more than it ends up helping me. This then leads me to think that if I can down myself, will a random orc come up and claim the kill? I shoot this barrel, I'm downed, and I'm just sort of waiting for an orc to come up and be brave enough to claim it. But nobody wants to do that. They don't want to get the kill this way. I try again, and yeah, none of the orcs come up and want the kill. They want the glory for some reason, even though they're more than happy to steal each other's kills. They don't want to take the kill from a barrel. I get downed again from an explosive corpse, and this time no one's around to even see what's going on. Everything is on fire. Bruce then thinks this is a great time to have a conversation with me. He's caught wind that I've recruited another orc, so he wants me to send Gooby the Alchemist to try and become a bodyguard to one of the Warchiefs, a spy. This is a little bit annoying because I sort of don't want to risk Gooby the Alchemist in the pits, but I think I have to do it. The game is literally forcing me. And when I say the game, I mean Bruce. So I set the mission and head off to the pit fight arena, but not before stopping off alongside some orcs. These ones in particular are training, and I've decided to make one of them get the fastest promotion in history, straight from day one of training to becoming a captain. This time I am downed by an exploding body, and someone finally goes for the kill. A shield bearer orc throwing a spear from an absolute mile away.
Just think of the damage I'll wreak when I'm captain.
And this orc becomes a Moog the Shield, another goddamn shield orc with that fish, spiky helmet. At least this one's shield isn't broken though. During these reports, the ghoul lover kills a Graug and claims a mount. Well done, lad, you got yourself a wee pet. I take out some more orcs along my way to the arena. Let's see how Gooby the Alchemist will fare.
Be silent and enjoy this.
Don't make me wait. Come get some.
We've got Slave Orc versus Slave Orc, the Whisperer, and he actually did whisper as well, which I love. Who is gonna take this victory? Let's go, Gooby! The first 30 seconds of the fight doesn't really go the Alchemist's way as he's tackled and punched on the floor. But after losing almost half his health, he begins to rally.
Walked right into.
But then right when Gooby faces a mortal wound, he becomes enraged. Clearly he drank one of his powered up tonics. The Alchemist has won, and he takes his place as my infiltrated orc bodyguard to the Warchief. And to celebrate this, I find a beautiful runty slave orc and let him beat up Talion until he rises up.
So easy. Could have killed you a long time ago.
And he becomes Bulhog the Corruptor. During these battle reports, the Swordmaster takes out the Savage. Taking a look at the Corruptor, he is just covered in piercings and spikes. While looking at the map, I see that the shield is taking on one of my favorite orcs. So I track down this mission to try and save the ghoul lover, who has somehow been taken captive by the shield and is about to be executed.
You sure you know what you're doing? You don't look like you could hurt a Morgai fly.
Kill the captain and the grunts fall in line. That's what they say. But they don't appreciate the look on the captain's face when his boys lose their heads, one by one. Look here! It is your time to die, and there is nothing you can do about it.
Oh, would you look at that? The Dreamer has come to the aid of the ghoul lover. Clearly he knows that I really want this orc to join our forces. The Tamer atop his new mount quickly climbs the walls and gets over there to the orcs. But they don't even seem to notice him, they are just fighting each other. I start firing arrows in, trying to weaken them both down. I would very much like to throw the shield off that ledge, and I would love to recruit the ghoul lover. I jump on down right when the shield is broken. I want to get in there and quickly grab him. Oh, but right when I'm about to do it, a spear thrower gets me. But then while the enraged Dreamer hits the ghoul lover and keeps him busy, I'm able to grab the shield and hoist his rather large body off the ledge. With the execution now off, we can take care of the ghoul lover, who actually just gained 3 levels.
Murderer! You're a fool who does not see the true beauty of a ghoul. Now all you do is kill and kill and kill. Ghouls should be adored, cherished. You'll never see the folly of your ways, so I'll have to put you down for the sake of my beloved ghouls.
What are you talking about? I actually really like ghouls. I mean, I do think the game should release a DLC and reskin the ghouls to be goblins, but I actually like ghouls, so shut up. Yeah, that's right, ghoul lover. I told you to shut up. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing. You're about to be shamed, alright? Never question my love for ghouls and ghoulish things. Okay, good. He didn't go crazy. That's good. I want to keep hearing about ghouls. Even if he questions me. It's fine. Let's mark him again so I can go and recruit him.
Once I heard you were looking for me, I thought, why keep the Gravewalker waiting? Let's see what you can do.
Oh, you're so kind. That is right. I am a very busy man, you know. Orcs to recruit, orcs to make, fortresses to be taken. Very, very busy. So I really appreciate you coming here of your own volition to join my army. God, he's so keen, lads, to join our forces. I mean, to be fair, myself and the Dreamer did save him from being executed. And he's also got a fear of execution right there, which is kind of interesting. But let's get this guy into my forces. Who the hell is shooting at me? Please stop. As only my third Orc Captain.
For the Bright Lord you will fight!
Oh, my life for you!
And let's see if we can get him to infiltrate the other Warchief. I send the ghoul lover away, and then I notice that there are a few orcs that are up here trying to get me. You know what? I think it's time we make a new Olog. This big lad curb stomps Talion's head, and then he does the unthinkable.
Your pathetic weapons are nothing to the Dark Lord!
Oh, this motherfucker! You absolute bastard! I just got this sword! I was literally just happy about how I finally have a freshing sword. Oh my god, what even are you? The Breaker? Oh, you fucking bastard! I forgot there even was a special name for the first sword breaker. Oh, you are dead. You are so unbelievably dead. I'm gonna go hunt you down right now. Where is he? Where is he hanging out? There you are. I go to this area and I find a bit of meat that I guess he ate. Apparently breaking my sword really works up an appetite, eh?
Rattling their cages.
There you are, staring into a Caragor cage, talking to your pet. I'm gonna put you in a goddamn cage.
Very impressive blade you carry. Almost as nice as the last one. Whatever happened to that sword?
For your information, I haven't even looked at what blade I've got equipped. And yes, it did get to me, alright? I'm a little bit pissed off right now. Let's see if your pet really likes you. This guy is completely covered head to toe in Caragor skin. Let's get all of them out to play, and let's go and try to summon some more by shooting this bait down. Get frozen, Breaker. I'm not messing around anymore. Give me back my sword.
Things just got more
Give it to me. Give it to me, stronger. I'll take it back 5 levels higher, please. This is the ultimate humiliation as far as I'm concerned. I really wish that I could run this Olog off the cliff edge. That would be goddamn amazing. I get some distance from him, lure him over here, and then shoot this barrel, kind of igniting everything, including myself. But he is consumed by the flames, although the cause of death is just listed as revenge. And there it is, shining, glimmering, my beautiful sword. Let me see it. How powerful is it? Ah, there it is, level 20. My beautiful threshing sword. Originally from the bad Netflix show, The Iron Fist Orc. Ah, I feel restored. But then as I go to leave, I jump on a Caragor and I run past an old familiar orc.
Hey, what's going on? You're back? I killed you. I killed you dead. You're back?
God, he always comes in with the best lines. Hands down, one of the greatest voice actors in this game. But before I leave the area, I see that there is a story mission right beside where I took down the Olog and reclaimed my beautiful sword. I am then confronted by the Witch King, who tells me he is deeply upset that I have commandeered his cereal bowl. And he's also saddened by the fact that I got my sword back and slayed the Breaker. He then shouts for me to chase him as he flies away. The Nazgul can do this, then why did they need the Fell Beasts? I jump on a Caragor and then chase the Witch King over to his first chosen captain. I have a conversation with him and I'm a little bit disappointed in how he looks. Surely if he's a chosen orc, he should be more pale and veiny, more necromancer looking.
King orders that this idea be retaken. You are a hollow traitor, but I am chosen. The agony, the pain. Oh, sorry. I'm not in pain. I'm just describing what the next few minutes will be like for you. Agony, pain.
And of course he's got death defying. How much I hate death defying. But he actually doesn't really last that long. In fact, he gets beaten almost immediately after getting back up. I try to recruit him, but of course he's got Iron Will. He's basically just an orc that's been created for this mission. So I push him away and then deliver the final blow. On to the next chosen, and this one is also not very impressive looking. And it doesn't take long for us to absolutely destroy him. He's soft-headed. What kind of chosen orc is soft-headed? I make my way over to the third tower where I find the final chosen orc.
You cannot stop me! This idea belongs to the Witch King!
He talks at me for a second and then the Witch King flies down.
And so do you, Ranger.
But then as soon as that cutscene ends, the Chosen One gets me from behind, and I fail the mission. My disappointed goth girlfriend's face appears. I feel a shame so deep, I don't know if I can ever look her in the eyes again. And then I shamefully click the retry button. This time I roll into the final area and just light everyone on fire. I try to weaken down the Chosen Orc as much as possible before I trigger the Witch King arriving. But as you can see, the game just sort of glitches me into a conversation with him.
You cannot stop me! This idea belongs to the Witch King!
The Witch King arrives, and this time I don't get caught off guard. I then summon in my bodyguard to help take out the Chosen while I focus on the Witch King. My Gambler Orc distracts him beautifully while I finish off the Witch King by blowing up his goddamn face with my hand. He then takes it upon himself to take out the Chosen, ending the mission. What an absolute legend this Orc is. I know he's got a fear of Caragors, but whenever they're not around, he's absolutely class. I tell him to go and take a nap, and then I spot a lonesome Olog. And something goes off in the weird part of my brain. Time to make a new captain.
I will be rewarded.
Our Benny was born and he puts on the outfit. That's one of my favorites for Ologs. Look at that. A big bag of the alchemist look-alike.
Perhaps we should stop dying then.
After that I respawn, dive off the tower right beside the pit fight. The ghoul lover is taking on a random orc to try and become a bodyguard.
Think you're tough? Well, I'm tougher.
Another victim.
It turns out he's taking on the Record Keeper, one of the more interesting orcs. I mean, this guy's design is basically pulled straight out of Batman. Eventually the Ghoul-Over gets knocked off his Caragor, and once it's on the feet, it is extremely close. With both orcs exchanging blows, the Record Keeper hits the Ghoul-Over with a massive triple attack. But he ends up being broken, so the Ghoul-Over should have this. But the Record Keeper just keeps hitting him with move after move. The fight comes down to the final attack, it's all on the line. But sadly, the Ghoul-Over is slain by the Record Keeper. I am absolutely furious this has happened. I really like the Ghoul-Over, so I'm going to jump straight into the pits and see what this orc is about. Is he going to replace the Ghoul-Over in my army? The Record Keeper immediately becomes enraged by his mortal wounds. I pin him, and then for the next little bit I just sort of dive around the arena, avoiding his enraged strikes.
Mordor, and so many blowhards do. That's why I keep a record of every maggot I slay. See for yourself. Then I'll add a record for you.
That's actually crazy. There's no way he's killed that many. That was so many. If that was true, he'd be the greatest killer in Middle-earth. I mean, is he counting humans or is he counting orc-like runts as well here? Anyway, I don't care how many you've killed. You're getting shamed for killing my Ghoul-Over. After shaming and throwing away what's left, I decide to just see which orc in the arena can get the kill and become a captain.
Suppose you done me a favor dying like this.
Maku rises up and decides he wants to base his entire personality around branding and hot tongs. Wow. Fantastic. Because I'm so utterly thrilled with this orc's creativity at naming himself and giving himself the boring slave armor, I send my orc the Dreamer after him. But on my way to see that confrontation, I spot this mission and I just have to do it. I think the Barrel Scraper Olog would be a great orc to add to my forces.
You're my hand-picked lads. The hardest Mordor has to offer. Not very safe spot for camp, I don't think.
Oi, Glob! I'm so glad I found you, because I'm in a killing mood, and I've always hated your guts.
And they've been ambushed by the Spike, who's renamed himself the Brawlmaster because in the shadows he has been winning every single fight that he's been taking part in, which has led to him leveling himself up constantly and becoming a bit of a formidable force. But wait a second, there's actually 4 Orc Captains here. Who else has shown up? Of course it's the Drooler. God's sake, the Drooler just can't help but take part in every single altercation that goes on in Middle-earth. The Swordmaster becomes enraged, and I can't actually really tell what's going on here. I don't really know who's fighting who. I believe that the Drooler who arrived with the Barrel Scraper has actually just sort of abandoned him over on the left. He's doing nothing over there. And then over here on the right, we've got what looks to be the 2 orcs taking on the Swordmaster. Oh, there we go. The Barrel Scraper has come in and he's immediately grabbed a grunt. He's going to pick him up and punch him away. From the looks of this freeze frame, it actually looks like Kuga the Drooler is taking on the Brawlmaster. The Brawlmaster becomes broken, which of course enrages him. And it's just an all-out brawl here. Kind of difficult to see, but there's 3 orcs there that are enraged. And oh my god, the Drooler has taken out the Brawlmaster, even though it looks like the other way around in that freeze frame. That is crazy. How many orcs now has the Drooler killed? The Drooler might be the secret dark horse of this series. You know, he's not getting much. Oh my god, the Drooler has also taken out the Swordmaster. What the hell? The Drooler just turned up, took out the Swordmaster and the Brawlmaster. He's taken out all the masters, what the hell? And because of that, the Barrel Scraper Olog has gained 3 levels from seemingly doing very little. He just gained the levels from just being friends with the Drooler. Let's get some post-match interviews, let's see what he has to say.
Wait, what's going on? Oh, you came to the wrong place. Because if you don't want to die... if you want to die, Oh, this is the place you die!
Oh my word, I don't know if you caught that, but while the drooler was drooling all over the place and chatting to me, the bloody barrel scraper just kind of collapsed in the background. Every single captain in that confrontation has died, apart from the drooler. I gotta get out of here, this drooler is just too goddamn powerful. Since 3 orc captains did perish, I gained a new skill point, and I used that to learn how to ride a grog. I then make my way over to finally do that mission with the Dreamer, taking on the Hot Tongs. Will bloody Cougar the Drooler show up to this one too?
You lot will probably let me down, but this point must be held. Kill the guards. Take that point.
Oh, thank God, he's not here. Oh, the Drooler is not here to massacre everyone this time. It's just a simple 1v1.
Back again? What happened to the days when dead talks stayed dead?
Oh, Hot Tongs, I am so immensely disappointed in you. You could have become anything, but what you did is you decided to put on the boring armor that all of the slave or orcs and armorers seem to want to wear. And on top of that, you're retreating? Oh, this will not stand, Hot Tongs. Get back here! You know what's about to happen. All of you watching know what's about to happen. Look over here. It's the perfect little ledge. Fly, Hot Tongs. Fly, fly. After the Hot Tongs' body rattles to the floor, I find a random intel orc and decide to reveal this Shadow. He's got pretty cool scars, but a kind of boring name. I then spot that the Corruptor is nearby, and I actually don't think that I've had a conversation with him yet. I'm sure he's an extremely reasonable orc.
Run up the big handful! Curse you! Or maybe you are cursed. Is that why you return?
Okay, I actually really like this orc. I like his voice a lot, and I quite like his dialogue. I would love for him to join my forces. Let's get this guy shamed down.
Tremble before me! Mordor will know your failure!
Okay, good. I don't think he went crazy. I then track him down to this outpost. It seems like being shamed has rattled him a little bit, and he's now trying to fortify himself away. That's not going to save you, Corruptor. I stealth my way into the camp and slowly take out 10 archers. Ah yes, very, very stealthy indeed. Once they're all taken care of, Bolog shows up.
And I someone afraid of a stand-up fight would attack the archers first? I can exploit that!
Come back!
We're gonna swarm you! Not even a blessed relief of death for you, eh, Tark?
Yeah, I love this guy's voice. He definitely needs to join me. I lure him and his men out to the courtyard, and then I smash myself into the fireplace, lighting everyone ablaze. I hit him with an execution on the floor, and then I realized that my glaive attack is not exploding, so I actually don't know if I've equipped my sword. And then speaking of my sword being broken, look who shows up.
Here when I heard the alarm, not knowing what I would find. Seeing you, I can't believe my good fortune.
It's a very cool and badass looking dwarf hater Olog who seems to be a little bit mistaken that Talion is a dwarf. I'm pretty sure Talion is like 6'6" or something. I try to get some space from these two captains, and right when I do that, the goddamn dwarf eater takes the head clean off the Corruptor. I am losing so many cool slave orcs this video. And then something very weird happens. The mission ends and the dwarf hater is terrified for some reason. I don't know why. It's funny because I actually don't think he was meant to even attack that other orc. I think he only attacked that orc because he was enraged. Then whenever he comes out of the execution animation, the game code is telling him that the orc is dead and that I killed him, so he's terrified. Although actually now that I say this, it might not be that. It actually might just be that he's scared of something. I didn't check his stats, so I have no idea what he's scared of. But let me know in the comments, guys, why do you think he became terrified during that encounter? I use his fear to get in there and shame him down, and he starts sounding a little bit too much like my Twitch chat.
He's taking dwarf!
If you'd like to join my streams and call me a filthy stinking dwarf, then feel free to follow me. The link's in my description. Just when I thought I was in the clear and I was gonna get a little bit of a break, I am ambushed.
Ruined my blood brother. Now I'm going to ruin you.
The Executioner has revealed that he is the blood brother of the Dwarf Hater. I begin to fight him and weaken him down, but then look who shows up again.
Come to tunnel, haven't you? To burrow into the earth and mine Mordor's riches! Not while I'm living, you filthy dwarf!
It's kind of interesting because he did become deranged, but it seems like he just sort of says things that he would have said anyway. I mean, him becoming deranged and crazy means he's spouting off hatred towards dwarves, but he's literally called the Dwarf Hater, so I don't really know where the crazy part comes into this. I focus on the Executioner, beginning to weaken him down until he's broken. But right when I go to dominate him, and it's taken a long time, I get hit behind by an orc riding a Caragor. Luckily, I'm able to save myself and I roll away, trying to regroup. I take out the orc and a Caragor, but whenever I try to dominate the Executioner again, it's just taking way too long and the Dwarf Eater comes up and disrupts it. I decide to utilize the game's amazing stealth by running away, regrouping, and then coming back later and hitting the Executioner with a stealth domination. After that, I sneak back up onto these ruins and I hit the Dwarf Hater with a stealth attack. But it hits way more hard than I thought it would, and the Dwarf Hater has been killed. Oh, I'm actually really sad about this. This is such a cool olog. One of my favorites, actually. On my way to hunting down the Executioner, I come across another slave variant, the Amputator. But right when I'm about to go in there and stealth attack, I am ambushed.
I couldn't believe it when I heard it. My blood brother killed by a softskin. I still don't believe it now that I've seen you. But my blood brother is still dead. And that means I have to kill you.
Grisha.
What do you mean you don't believe it? I've literally beaten you in combat multiple times. You have a massive handprint on your face from me shaming you. I whittle down the Executioner and then I hit him with another shaming. Maybe this time he'll remember. But disaster strikes. He becomes a maniac. But he only goes up to level 53, which makes me think, how powerful is my nemesis to go all the way up to level 85 whenever I am only level 18? But speaking of levels, thanks to these last few fights, I gain a skill point and I increase my glaive ability.
Mind the spider!
I then rush on over and start to fight the Amputator, but again, another blood brother comes in.
Before you kill Blood Brother, you kill me. And before you kill me, he kills you.
Jesus Christ, these orcs have been goddamn coupling up. Why does everyone have a blood brother now? I start to fight these blood brothers, I summon in my gambler bodyguard, and then I light him on fire, giving him a taste of his own medicine. While I'm powering up my glaive attack, I'm taken out by the gluttonous Olog, but luckily I'm able to avoid him getting the kill. When I get back up, I freeze the glut and I utilize my threshing sword. But unfortunately, some BS happens right when I'm trying to dominate the Amputator. I'm hit in the back by a spear thrower.
Reward me for this. Maybe even a promotion.
Brack is born and he becomes the Reckless. He is so goddamn boring and I cannot believe he ruined that for me. God damn it, the Glut levels up, the Amputator levels up. I am absolutely furious when I wake up and I notice that one of my orcs, the Dreamer, is for some reason ambushing and trying to take on my nemesis, the Maniac. I dash on over to the mission, I need to save him. The Maniac is far too powerful.
Got him in my sight! Hey! Koth, I warned you not to come here. You never did.
The Dreamer ambushes him along with his little budget Avengers. I mean, look at all these guys. We've got the Runt, we've got this guy, we've got the big Olog, and then we've got the Shield Bearer. Look at this little weird Avengers team he's assembled. Hang on a minute, why is that it? Where are the rest of your forces, Dreamer? As soon as the fight starts, I dive on in to land the first blow on the Maniac. This is it. He's getting beaten. Yes, he's got the classic Maniac bitey speech. Although it's definitely not as cute as my original Olog Maniac. The Gatekeeper starts to engage with the Maniac. I roll over here and summon in my Gambler bodyguard. Now we've got 3 Orcs versus 1 Maniac. Surely that will be enough. Although even with that happening, the Maniac has already weakened down the Gatekeeper enough for me to just fire a cheeky little headshot, finishing the job. I continue to focus on the Corruptor, but in the background it seems like my Dreamer Orc has become enraged and took out my Gambler. He's downed, bleeding out. Then whenever I get over there to try and get him back up on his feet, my Nemesis becomes enraged and he is throwing spear after spear at me. The Dreamer's running around on fire, being completely useless, and then I am downed. And all I can do is sit there and watch as my favorite Orc, my bodyguard, my best friend, the Gambler bleeds out. Maniac just watches on, preventing me from saving him. The Gambler explodes, and the Maniac humiliates me even though he can't even speak anymore. I am actually shocked that he's still able to humiliate after becoming a Maniac. He leaves, I get back up and I walk on over to the Gambler's burning corpse. How could I let this happen? Has the Maniac not taken enough from me already? Completely disoriented as to what just happened. I don't even react to the Olog hitting me.
Now I am Captain. Now you are dead.
Urlasu rises up and becomes the Destroyer. But I don't care. I've lost my Gambler Orc. It may have been the Dreamer that downed him in a fit of rage, but it was my Nemesis the Maniac that secured his death. I will never forgive him. He's taken everything from me.